keep falling asleep at my desk, like while I'm watching something.
Yeah.
And while I do it, like I'll bite my tongue.
Oh, that's not good.
Like that for some reason. And now like my tongue feels big in my mouth.
Probably because you've been gnawing on it for like the last 2 hours.
I wasn't asleep for 2 hours at my desk, but I am going nom 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 nom. Just like I do on your Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of them. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And guess what? He's back. It's Matt Haux. That's me.
Wow. A second week in a row.
I did a lot of work. on that one.
You did actually do a lot of work, and I'm proud of you.
You know what? Thanks. You know, that's the reason I don't do a lot of work is because nobody says they're proud of me anymore.
I mean, if you did more work, maybe we'd be more proud of you.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Dude, the blood bank keeps calling me.
Oh my gosh, same. I know I have perfect blood, but come on.
I know there's an issue going on with the blood donation. Like they need the blood for because the vampires are low. Mm-hmm. But like y'all won't take my blood.
Yeah, why not?
Got
tattoos?
No, because it's too hard to get it.
Oh god.
They're too persnickety about my veins.
I mean, just have better veins. I don't know what to tell you.
I also have high blood pressure.
Yeah, that's a no-go.
But what am I going to do about that, huh?
I don't know, Connor. What are you going to do about that? Speaking of, I've been going to the gym lately, and it sucks. It sucks a lot. I hate it. In tandem with that, no pun intended, I have been riding my bike at work as well because we have some little patrol bikes, and my butt hurts as well as my legs, as well as my abs and arms and chest because that's what we did at the gym. So I'm just hurting all over the place. It doesn't matter where it's from.
You out there riding your bikes going, hey, stop doing that. Ching, 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 ching.
No, they didn't give us a bell, but we do have a magnetic light that we can turn on. That's like a little
you a little flashing red and blues.
Yeah. Yeah.
Light them up.
And they gave us a speedometer, so if we're walking behind some pedestrians, we can tell how fast they're going, and we can pull them over according.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you know how fast you were going? Like 5 miles, maybe 2. It's a walking path. Going 6 miles an hour. You can't have that on this hiking trail.
Yeah, exactly. You got to be going 2 miles an hour. That's it. That's all it's allowed.
If somebody walks on the grass, do you tase them? Like what? How does it work being a campus security officer?
So surprisingly, surprisingly, just cut that part out. Surprisingly, the campus that I work at used to have a rule, right? They had a rule where you couldn't walk in the courtyard.
Wow.
They don't anymore. They don't have that rule. But no, I don't. I actually don't even have a taser.
The man just keeps oppressing, doesn't he?
I just strap an AK-47 to my back and I'm off. I'm on the road.
Wow. What else are you gonna need?
Wait, did I say AK-47?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I meant. So just wanted to double check.
Oh, I just wanted to clarify my hyperbole there. I want to make sure that I overreacted in the right sentence.
Exactly. It's full auto too. So, full auto's illegal in America, just in case you were wondering. For the FBI listeners out there, it's not. I don't have an AK.
For those agents that are listening.
For those agents that are listening, I don't have an AK.
You definitely have them right now for
And
all of the illegal stuff we've talked about doing.
I tried to make a disclaimer the other day to like put in front of the podcast, similar to like the McAvoys do, and I couldn't do it. I tried so hard for like 10 minutes trying to make a funny disclaimer that was like, hey, legally all of this is a joke, but hey, we're just trying to be funny.
Legally all of this is a joke, but legally also it's real.
I'm being completely serious. I couldn't do it, and maybe it's because I hate my voice, which is fair. I don't know how we have listeners. But I'm grateful for them. I love them. But yeah, I couldn't do it. I tried.
Speaking of the listeners, we actually have a message that I wanted to read to you from one of our listeners.
No way.
This came in, just said, just listened to your latest episode today. Another banger. Thanks for keeping me from losing my sanity at work. And I hope Matt knows that his full body Snuggie idea already exists, and it's called a nightgown.
I know exactly who texted you that, and they texted me the same thing.
That was from our friend Shaner over at Small Beards Big Opinions. And I wanted to bring this up last week.
Right.
If you recall, which I hope you do
a
little bit. We were talking about, because I was wearing a Snuggie and Matt was like, I wish the Snuggie like wrapped around you fully, you know, like a jacket or whatever. And I wanted to bring up the fact that bathrobes exist.
Right.
But you get in this zone when you're arguing something stupid.
What? No.
That even if somebody brings up an answer to your problem, you're like, that's not real. That's not what I'm talking about.
No. Okay. So bathrobes they're not the same thing, because you have to tie them in the front, right? And it's very difficult to keep it tied. You know what I mean?
It's really not.
It always slips, and then the robe kind of like opens up and makes your chest a little cold, you know, your nipples a little hard. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. They always open up a little bit, right? And it's not the same thing. I want something that ain't gonna change no matter how. I could do jumping jacks and it ain't gonna change. The problem with the nightgown, Shaner, is that the sleeves aren't big enough. I want to fit an entire adult dog in those sleeves, and I want the bottom of it to come past my feet so that I have to pick it up like a princess in a dress while I'm walking down the stairs. That's what I want. I want it to be big and full, so I could probably fit at least 3 people in there.
That's a wizard robe.
Yes, that's what I want. And it needs to have a hood too. It needs to have a hood as well.
Knowing you, that hood would come to a point too. Anyways,
you're terrible. I hope the listeners know exactly how terrible you are. You're terrible.
Okay.
If it did come to a point, let me just throw this out there. It would be like Zelda. Like in Zelda, Link said.
Wow. You should feel ashamed of yourself right now.
When I made
you should feel absolutely ashamed.
So
of yourself
I want to give you an update. I want to give you an update on that TikTok post that I made. Right, it's still getting comments and views. Like it ain't like it was at the beginning. Like I had probably 4,000 views in like the first hour. Right, and then it kind of petered off. Right,
that's how it happens.
Yeah. I'm up to 6,441, which really ain't a lot, but I don't care. I don't care at all. But when I was commenting, replying to some people, that some of them were like, oh, this is rage bait, blah 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 blah. Like they were like just killing the vibe. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's rage bait. Thank you, Sherlock Holmes, for catching that little thing I tried to slide under. But there were a few people that talked about it, and I was talking about how the main character in the Zelda franchise is Zelda. Like Zelda is the guy that goes, you play, you go around swinging your sword, and I had so many people come at me for calling Link Zelda. And it's the great listen, I don't do rage bait for views. I do rage bait because I get a sense of satisfaction when people either believe me or get all butthurt about it, right? Like that's why I do rage bait. Not because I want the views, not because I want the people commenting saying, "Hey, that's rage bait." I don't care. I'll delete all the comments. I don't need engagement. I just want to make people think, "Oh man, this guy's trolling. That's funny. That's funny stuff." That's what I want. I'll let you talk now so you don't fall asleep.
I've been shut up. I have recently been getting a lot of engagement on an old post that I made of the Noah's Ark ride at Kennywood. I think we've talked about that.
Yes.
I guess people are coming around to realizing that that's terrifying again.
Mm-hmm.
Did we talk about my trip to Chili's?
No, maybe.
I've had a whole saga with Chili's.
I remember your TikTok video about somebody commented and you went to Chili's because of the comment.
Right. I have for a while been wanting to go to Chili's because I, for the longest time, didn't remember that I've ever been to Chili's. I wanted to go to Chili's. My friends and I kept trying to convince them to go to Chili's. Autumn kept saying she would take me to Chili's, and we just never went. Then one day when we were out delivering food, she picked up, she okayed an order for us to go to a Chili's to get somebody else's food. And I had to just sit there holding somebody else's Chili's, smelling it, and never getting to taste it.
Oh, that's terrible.
So one day we went out and we finally got to go to Chili's. And I made a video when we went to the Chili's the first time where I didn't get to try it because it was somebody else's food, raging about how I'd been wanting to go to Chili's. And she did that to me. And people were like, "Get this man to Chili's. I can't believe he hasn't had Chili's."
Yeah.
And one of the guys, I think he said, "I can't wait for you to try Chili's." So I made the video in response to him.
Yeah.
Or them. I don't know. There's a stranger. So finally went to Chili's. Made this whole video of it. We got the triple dippers.
Nice.
Which, of course, we did the cheese sticks.
Yeah.
Which best cheese stick I've ever had. Hands down, fantastic. They're incredible. Mm-hmm. We did the chicken. I don't know what they call them. Chicken Krispies, I think is what it is.
Sure. They're
chicken tender, basically. And she got like a honey ranch sauce on them or whatever because that's what she really wanted. It was pretty good. I didn't like the sauce very much, but the chicken underneath I liked it was a good chicken. And we got the mini sliders. Now, here's the thing about a slider. It's so small, it's so easy to overcook them and make them dry.
Yeah.
These were the juiciest boys. Let me tell
yeah.
Like gushed in like my mouth.
That's what a great image that
is. Just explosion of flavor.
I want this to be the clip. It
came all over me, and it was like a piece. That's what came over me, and it was so great. We got the chips and salsa. Their Dr. Pepper was spicy in like the good way, like that
spicy.
Like how McDonald's Sprite is spicy. Like they did that, but with the Dr. Pepper. Oh. And I'm drinking out of a mug glass, like a Stein. Which, as somebody who doesn't drink, you don't get many opportunities to drink out of a Stein, especially at Hofstoff's or not Hofstoffs. There's a restaurant here in Pittsburgh that when you get a beer, you get it in a beer stein, but they won't give me one because they're not legally allowed to. And I just want to feel like a part of the group when we sing along to the band that's playing polka music in the restaurant. And then I got the trio of chicken, shrimp, and steak fajitas, and it was sizzling the whole time. And she got a burger that I had a bite of that was just as good as those sliders were. And gosh darn it, I love Chili's.
Hi, welcome to Chili's. You know what, Chili's? We might as well. I mean, at this point, right after that incredible review of your food, we should just be. You should sponsor us. Sponsor us.
I don't know if Chili's ever will. I would love if they did because I truly had a fantastic time there. Yeah. But if Dr. Pepper hasn't sponsored us yet, you think Chili's is?
You know what? I don't think we've been doing enough outreach, right? I think everybody in our comment section, hi mom, should comment tagging all of these wonderful creators, companies out there so that we can get sponsored by your favorite brands, specifically our favorite brands.
We need you to prophesy about Chili's and Dr. Pepper
and Taco Bell. I think those should be our 3 sponsors, and I think that I'd be okay with that for the rest of our lives.
I don't know anything that screams Garlic Boy more than Chili's, Dr. Pepper, and Taco Bell.
Yeah, no, I could agree with that. I can agree. Well, this has been fun.
This has not been the full show. I cannot believe it.
It's not.
Oh, you know what time it is?
What time is it? Gosh darn it, Connor. You're gonna like, I don't know. There's probably no health. There's probably no bad health side effects to that, but you know what? There might be. You might be addicted.
Addicted to love.
Addicted to love. I hate us. What have I been doing this week? I feel like
sure. Let's talk about you more.
Yeah, I mean, we just had a 20-minute conversation about you going to Chili's.
That wasn't this week. That was a few weeks ago.
Still.
It was Easter Monday that I went.
Jeez, that was like a month ago. It was like an entire month ago.
I know.
You know how many episodes we've recorded since then?
Oh, can I actually tell you a story that happened this week?
Absolutely.
Last Sunday, so we weren't able to take our moms out for Mother's Day on Mother's Day this year, so we took them out the next week after. Because just honestly, just because of how our paychecks worked out, our moms were chill about that.
Good.
And so we were able to get them to agree on Olive Garden.
Nice.
So we go to Olive Garden. Everyone gets the soup and salad. And I kind of wanted some Alfredo and some shrimp. You know how it goes. And I was going back and forth between getting like the seafood Alfredo and just like the soup and salad, just that. And I guess I mentioned that to the waitress, and then you went, I'll just take the wedding soup and salad. And then we went on our way. So I get the wedding soup, which for those listening, if you're confused about how Olive Garden has wedding soup, for some reason, it's literally only either in Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh that you can get the wedding soup. You can't get it in any other markets.
That's crazy.
And I don't understand why. But I got a bowl of it, and it's always been like a starter soup for me. It's not like your main meal. That's why I get it first. So then when I get the 4 bowls of the chicken gnocchi soup, I feel sustained. But it kind of just fell flat for me. I was eating the salad. That also just like wasn't really fulfilling my daily hunger like I wanted, because this was the first thing I'd eaten that day. And then I get my bowl of gnocchi, and there's 2 gnocchis in it, and I didn't taste any chicken. And so it's just like a cream sauce with celery and carrots. And I'm just like, that's like,
there's
not really what I wanted.
Gnocchis?
Yeah, sometimes you get a raw like deal when the scoop.
What?
Maybe like it's like the end of a batch, and so like there's not much in it.
I guess, but
And
that just
so
seems ridiculous.
So I'm starting to think. I was like, you know what? They got that $12.99 like build your own pasta deal.
Yeah.
Which I couldn't remember, but I believed it came with the soup and salad, and breadsticks. And so I was asking the waitress. I was like, hey, the $12.99 make your own pasta deal, that comes with the soup, salad, and breadsticks, right? She looks at me kind of confused, like, yeah, why? It's like, I was wondering if I could do that. Like, I'm not sure exactly what it comes with, but can I see a? Before I could finish my thought, she goes, "Didn't you order the seafood Alfredo?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't mean to. I thought." And then, as we're discussing this, another waitress comes over, holding the plate of seafood Alfredo, and goes, "Hey, who ordered the seafood Alfredo?" And I was like, well, "I guess I did." And so I just got like a more hearty, substantial meal, and I was like, "Well, hot dang, this is what I wanted."
So did you just like black out when you ordered the Olive Garden?
I don't know what happened. I kind of just willed it into existence that I got the food that I wanted.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
And it was fantastic.
You know, listeners, if you didn't believe in manifestation before, believe it now. Believe it with Connor's telltale sign.
And you too could be eating shrimp and shrimp and scallop Alfredo, which is really good.
And you too can look
like me. Ka-chow.
You know, I don't think we talk about Cars enough.
I was actually going to give you another Cars fact if you do want to talk about Cars more.
Actually, I do.
The guys that like the Rusty's guys, they are car talk radio guys hosts in like real life, and their catchphrase is "Don't drive like my brother," and that's why they say that in the movie.
Awesome. That's really great. So of the franchise, right? Cars 1, pretty good movie. Like it's a solid movie. I think it holds up. Fantastic movie. I love that movie. Cars 2, absolute dog crap. I hate Cars 2.
Hold on, I have an argument to make. Finish your thought, but I have an argument to make when you're done.
I didn't like Cars 2. Cars 3, I liked Cars 3. I liked it a lot. Maybe not as much as the first one, but it had a lot of good parallels to the first one, and I liked that. I don't know where I was going with this, if I'm being 100% honest. So maybe you should find that video real fast.
There's a creator by the name of Ben Stanley on TikTok that has a series that he's doing right now called Pixar Endings That You Misunderstood. And he kind of like recontextualizes Pixar movies and kind of helps you understand them better.
Right.
And he talks about Cars 2. And here's what you want to do. Don't think of it as a Cars movie.
Right.
So you have Cars 1 and then you have Cars 2, which is Cars 3. Those are a connected story. This one barely has any racing in, and that's why people are like kind of let down by it. But if you just think of it as like Mater's Tall Tales, but longer, in the sense of like you contextualize it as its own thing, it's a good movie. It has a high octane, like a high caliber cast. Like Michael Caine, I think is in it. Yeah, and we don't think about him enough.
The secret agent guy.
I think the guy Toby Jones, I think, plays the little guy. He played Arnim Zola in the first Captain America.
There you go. That makes more sense. Yeah,
I could be wrong about that, but I believe that was him. And like, just like the cast that's in it, Bruce Campbell plays the American spy that gets killed. Spoiler. The cast that in it is great. The storyline is actually good, and it's a good mystery. Like I wasn't expecting it to be Axelrod. You know, you don't expect it, and it's fun, and it's entertaining, and there's a good storyline of like accepting who you are. Like throughout everything, and everyone telling Mater that he needs to change, he stays true to who he is, and who he is actually what helps him win in the end.
Right.
And like save the day. And so that's a great lesson for kids that you want them to learn. And so like, I don't think it's a bad movie. I don't think it's the worst Pixar movie, especially.
Definitely not the worst Pixar movie.
especially when you have the Good Dinosaur.
I haven't seen The Good Dinosaur.
I don't like it.
That's fair. I know a lot of kids enjoyed it. Maybe because it was just dinosaurs. Maybe that's the sole reason why the kids liked it.
And that's possible.
Have you seen that Wild Robot movie?
Yes, and it's fantastic. Dude.
I've heard incredible things. I just haven't been able to like watch it. Sit down.
It is one of the most visually stunning movies I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Like the animation on it is incredible. It's such worth the watch. It's crazy you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies I haven't seen, like Thunderbolts asterisk. But I do, as long as it's still in theaters. I guess it's been a little while. I do plan on going to see that. I think this weekend.
It still is in theaters, so you should be good.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll try and go to. What day is it today? Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah, maybe I'll try and go tomorrow because I have a day off tomorrow. Might be the move. We'll see.
I will say that if you want to watch The Wild Robot, it is available on Peacock.
Oh, okay.
It's also based off of a book for you nerds out there.
Nerds. Hey, speaking of books.
Oh, jeez.
Guess what I found at Barnes & Noble?
Dungeon Crawler Carl 4.
Nailed it, but no. You didn't nail it. You suck. I bought Dungeon Crawler Carl 4 with you in Barnes & Noble. With you.
I thought we got 3.
No, we got 4. I already had 3. Maybe we did. And you know what? Both times I went with you guys, we got 3 and 4. Well, I got a new book every time.
Right.
Remember the first time I had to ask somebody to find it? They said it was in the new and noteworthy.
Yeah, I thought that was 2.
That was 3. And then the second time, I found 2 at the used bookstore when I went to Hot Pot with Mia and her friends in Pittsburgh, and you got mad at me. That's when I found 2. And then I found 3 with you where I had to ask. I found 4 with you when I didn't have to ask because I just knew to look in the new and noteworthy section. And I found 5 and 6 at Barnes & Noble. They had their own Dungeon Crawler Carl table for the new release of the 6th book, which I don't know if it was a new release. It was just like the release of the new cover. I want to show you how thick this book is. Like, you're not ready for this. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So this, for reference, is book number 1 that got me into the series, right? Book number 1.
Got to get rid of the background.
Mother trucking.
Literally every single time you try to show me something.
Yeah. Okay. So this book got me into the series. It's a decent sized book, but it's also tall and the font isn't like tiny, right?
Right.
So pretty decent sized book. Okay. This is number 2, the one I bought at the used bookstore. It's even thinner, right? Comparatively. So easy read. The third one probably, third and fourth one probably are a little bit bigger than the first. The 5th and 6th books.
Oh my goodness.
are at least triple the size of the smallest book, which is book number 2.
Double. Look how thick this book is. What book is it?
It's the 5th and 6th book of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series by Matt
Dungeon Crawler Carl is quite large.
Yeah,
that's my new nickname for this guy here. Dungeon Crawler Connor.
But yeah, solid books. It's going to take me 3 years to read.
He smells like whiskey and shame. Oh wait, can I share that story? You can share the story.
Oh boy.
Finish your Dungeon Crawler.
No, I haven't. So obviously I haven't read them. I'm on book 4, The Gate of the Feral Gods. Super fantastic already.
The Gate of the Feral or Pharaoh?
Feral.
Like a cat?
Like a cat, like a feral cat. Yeah. So I'm on that one. It has been so good so far. It's so good that I bought it twice. I got it on Audible as well. So that I could listen to it while I'm driving around at work. But when I'm sitting down and I can actually read, I'm reading it, right? So like I'm doing both. I don't want to stop listening or stop consuming this book. I love this series so much. Okay. The Whiskey and Shame. Gotcha. Let's go.
Oh, this is just a playlist based off of it. Spotify has been doing like books you could read now. I thought I could get Dungeon Crawler on Spotify and just make you feel bad for buying a book.
I don't have Spotify Premium.
Twice.
Way.
Sure. So Whiskey and Shame. It wasn't whiskey, but I don't know. I don't even know if he's ashamed of this.
Not at all.
My lovely brother went to a party on Saturday night, and that bled over into Sunday morning. So he was staying over at his friend's, and it was a nice time. He had fun. I am sleeping at home, all cozy up in bed.
Yeah.
And we had church the next morning. Autumn and I were supposed to take out our mom, so I was really like hell-bent on getting up and being ready. So I set a few alarms, and then she also said that she was going to call me. Main way that my alarms go off is by vibrating on my watch. I wear it when I sleep. I know I probably shouldn't. I don't care. Doctors can fight me. Well, I feel my phone or my watch vibrating a lot. And I think it's just my alarm, so I keep just hitting the button to turn it off. Well, then eventually I hear that my music went off as well as the watch was vibrating. And so I'm like, Autumn is calling me. She probably wants me to get up. Let me answer it. I answer the phone and I just hear, hey, not Autumn's voice. So I'm like, what's going on? I flip on my eye mask and I see it's AJ. And I was like, hello? And he goes, I need you to come pick me up. I don't know where I am. I started walking home.
Oh my goodness.
I go, excuse me? He's like, I just came to and I'm walking home. I need you to come get me. Like, okay, let me, I'll be right there. Send me your location. So,
for reference, 10 miles away from home, 5 miles into the walk is when I realized I was walking home.
Oh my gosh.
yes. And so he called me 6 times. I answered on the 6th. He called me again before I left just to make sure I was actually like getting up and getting him, and then continued to walk after he called me. But he shared his location with me, and so I was driving to him. It's 4:30 in the morning. I just want to add, it's so dark out. Like, you know how it's like super dark right before the sun comes up for some reason, like that level of dark. And I'm driving in a part of town I've never been in. So I don't know what's going on. It's a straight road at some point. I'm chugging Dr. Pepper, listening to a podcast at full volume, trying to stay awake. And then he calls me again. He's like, I think you're coming up on me soon. I was like, okay, I'm going to start flashing my lights so you know that it's me when you see me. And I just hear him go, you passed me. And I realized I saw this pinprick of light in the darkness that was his flashlight. He runs over. I park. He runs over, gets in. Immediately smells like rum and fire. So that's why the Whiskey and Shame made me think of that. Apparently, you said, what, 12 Long Island iced teas? We don't have a count on them.
He blacked out after 12.
You know, like the igloo coolers with the button on the bottom? It was in there, and my cup kept getting filled back up. I don't know.
Incredible.
So, like the big juice like the water
Yeah.
that you dump on a coach after you win a game.
Right.
Full of Long Island iced teas, and he just kept drinking. What he does remember, fell asleep outside.
There's a picture.
We have a picture. If he sends it to me, I'll edit it into the episode.
Yes.
Right here. He falls asleep outside. Apparently, there was like a trailer on his buddy's property that he could have stayed in. Super nice. Decides to sleep outside. Then at 4 a.m, decides, oh no, we can't be here anymore, and just starts walking home. And he checked it for a little while. He was walking in the right direction. Didn't even know how he was, and then decided maybe like 10 minutes before he called me to actually bring up the directions of how he was like walking to go home. before he got in the car, when he got in the car, he's like, it said I was only like 15 minutes away from where you work, because that's how long it took me to get there. And he's like, oh, let me switch it to walking. I had it on driving. He clicks on it and he's like, oh, I would have been home at 9 a.m. if I kept walking. So we get him home immediately. We both go back into bed. I don't think he woke up until maybe 2 in the afternoon, 3.
I got up pretty early, like 11.
Okay, 11.
This is the reason I don't drink. Like I drink, but like a drink. You know what I mean? Like I never have to the point where I'm drunk and blackout.
I have.
I know you have.
Tell the people I sleep in yards. It happens. It's like
I can't blame him. I've slept in the yard before. I was sober when I did it, but I slept in the yard before.
I slept in the yard too, in a tent. I never just like lay down on the grass and said, "Hey, here's my bed for tonight."
No, it was just straight up in the grass when I fell asleep in the yard. I don't think that makes us monsters. I think it makes us utilitarians.
Okay.
But yeah, that was Sunday was a weird day.
Bet. Sounds
That's had premarital counseling.
definitely didn't know that's where you were going that when you said premarital. It's like,
yeah, we did premarital hand holding.
I was like,
ironically, that premarital counseling session was about the 2 F's of marriage: finances and fornication.
what a great, lovely session.
I hated it.
I just thought about we might have to do some premarital counseling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't enjoy that, but if we want to get married by the people we want to get married by, then we gotta do it, I guess.
Yep. It's one of those things where if you want to get married, you got to talk to your pastor about sex, apparently. Thanks, Andy. No, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. Wasn't fun. I didn't like it. Don't recommend it. Much like sleeping in a yard.
Get married by a pastor that isn't going to do his due diligence. Definitely isn't going to make sure that you aren't having premarital hand-holding before marriage.
Yes, never hold a hand before marriage.
Never. Don't even look at a woman. Don't even.
If you look at another woman, you've already sinned.
You've already sinned. Jesus says it clearly in the Bible.
I mean, that actually is in the Bible. If you look at a woman with lust in your heart, before you have already sinned.
Yes, I know that.
Because you're a pervert. Pervert. Who are you calling a pervert? You. It says it right there on the bill.
Oh man,
I think we got to stop this.
To be fair, I don't even think we've hit an hour yet.
I don't either, but this
you sent the link at 5:28. We still have 10-15 minutes of this.
Then you got to say something.
All right, let's go. Let's talk about Dungeon Crawler Carl again. I'm just kidding. I won't do that to you. Did I watch something this week? I feel like I did. Oh, we watched the new Ghostbusters from like last year. Frozen Empire. I enjoyed it.
I think it was good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the new Ghostbusters. I think that they are doing a really good balance of not doing too much to just copy or redo the old movies, but that they're really bringing like a new story while also honoring and living up to the old Ghostbusters movies. I think, in my
for sure. I think the first one, yes, it was still Gozer.
Yeah,
but like the way they did it, it was like, okay, that made sense.
Yes. In the first movie, we just rewatched it the other night. In the first movie, they don't kill or defeat Gozer. They just reverse the portal. It's all they do. So like it made sense that Gozer could come back. And so I think it was a really good way to reboot the series while bringing in a familiar bad guy, but like bad character, bad antagonist, a familiar villain. while also making the story new. Which again, that's why I love this. And the actors they chose, oh my goodness. Like Phoebe is literally
McKenna Grace.
Yeah, she plays so well the daughter of Egon Spengler, or the granddaughter, sorry. The granddaughter of Egon Spengler. Like she fits him so well as an actress. And honestly, the Finn Wolfhard.
Yes, Hart, but yes.
Yeah, he plays. I mean, he's really good in this too. I mean, I loved him in Stranger Things, so like him being in this is kind of like a adjacent role, and I think it's really, really good. He's doing an awesome job. Paul Rudd, obviously. How could you not enjoy a movie with Paul Rudd in it? I think Paul Rudd is doing a great job. So yeah, big fan. I've like, oh my gosh, Kumail Nanjiani was in the newest one.
Yep.
Super fantastic character. I love him so much. And the good thing is they're bringing back all of the old Ghostbusters as well, just as like essentially consultants. Like, hey, help us out here, you know.
Well, I mean, Winston had his own facility with James Acaster as one of the scientists there. He's the one. He's a comedian from Britain that I just adore.
I've never seen him before this. So
but in Frozen Empire, he's the coworker to Celeste.
Yeah.
Or not Celeste, Lucky.
Yeah, I know.
Celeste is her real name. Let's also talk about Carrie Coon just doing a great job.
Who?
She played Callie Spengler.
Oh yeah.
I also love the idea that she becomes the gatekeeper. Spoilers for Afterlife, but she becomes the gatekeeper and Paul Rudd becomes the keymaster.
Yeah.
And they keep the tradition of girl gets hot, sexy dress, the same hot, sexy dress that Courtney Weaver got, and man's clothes just get torn asunder.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, but why does she get this spectral outfit and he doesn't get anything?
Yeah, it's a little sexist. I think the new movie should have flipped the script. In my opinion,
I think these ghosts are canceled.
I think Paul Rudd should have been in a really sexy gold dress.
Do it, cowards! I'm talking to you, Jason Reitman. You coward!
The incredible thing is, I know for a fact Paul Rudd would wear the dress.
Oh yeah,
without a doubt. Big fan. I love these new movies. We are rewatching the originals as well, just because we finished those and now we're kind of on a Ghostbusters kick. So tomorrow or Saturday, one of these days, we're planning on watching number 2, and then we'll watch number 3 as well. I don't remember those ones as well. I remember the first one pretty clearly, but those two I don't remember hardly at all.
Number 2 is really good one. Because it's, well, at least to me, I really enjoy number 1 as well. But number 2 was the one we owned on DVD as a kid, so I watched it more than anything else. And there's actually references to the real Ghostbusters, which is the cartoon from the 80s.
Oh yeah.
In the beginning, when you see them and they're wearing their different colored uniforms and everything, that's because in the cartoon they wore the different color uniforms.
Oh, okay. I've never seen the cartoon.
Yeah, and then another little secret reference for you. Jason Reitman is actually in Ghostbusters 2. He is the kid that says, "My dad says you guys are frauds," or something like that. Like,
oh, okay.
At the birthday party.
Yeah, I think it's great. They're also not only are they bringing back the Ghostbusters, right? They're also bringing back several actors that appeared in the original movies, right? Like not just the main Ghostbusters. Like what's her face? The assistant. I can't remember her name.
Annie Potts.
Thank you. They brought back the mayor, who was a environmental NEPA agent in the first movie. They brought him back, which I thought was great in this newest movie. They brought the librarian, or not the whatever his stupid name is, like the owner, the proctologist or whatever of the museum. Curator, probably. No, that's not a museum. The library. What would a library? Because he's not the librarian.
I really don't know what you're trying to say.
The guy that hired them to find the ghost in the library in the first movie, right? He comes back in this newest movie, and he comes running out screaming at Bill Murray, "You can't come in here," because they trashed the library in the first movie. There's Easter eggs. Don't worry about it. There's Easter eggs with different actors that they're bringing back, and I'm happy that they're bringing them back and not just the main Ghostbusters.
Library administrator Roger Delaclante.
Okay. All right. That
played by John Rothman.
Okay. Perfect. Nailed it. Not a proctologist.
Goodness gracious, dude. You do have you said Walter Peck is back. He was the EPA agent. Now he's
mayor.
The mayor. That's the character's name. It's William Atherton as the actor.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case anyone cared.
I didn't.
I know.
Kidding. Thank you, William Atherton, for being the way that you are.
It's fine.
A great sub-antagonist. Love it.
Gary Gooberman.
I love. So at the end of the movie, Phoebe calls him Dad, and then quickly takes it back. Oops, it slipped, or something like that. Which I think was great, but he was like all happy about it. And they were like, "We're gonna take on the name the Spanglers because who wants to be a Gooberson?" And I love it. I really do. I do love it. Why would they name somebody Gary Gooberson? What?
Because he's a goober.
Yeah, honestly, Paul Rudd fits that bill really.
Are they making a sequel?
I think they're planning on making more movies after this. I think I read somewhere that they were planning on making like 5, but I could be very incorrect on that.
In October 2024, Keenan confirmed that there was a sequel to Frozen Empire in the works, and Keenan was the director and writer, along with Jason Reitman.
Nice. Okay.
Gil Keenan.
Yeah. As long as we keep making Ghostbusters movies, I'm okay.
I'm here for it.
I'm enjoying these Ghostbusters movies. I think that they're doing a really good job, like I said, and I think that they should continue. There is a point, I'm sure, where we will say no more Ghostbusters movies. But for right now, keep it going. The market is alive.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I have nothing to say anymore.
Hey, I'm proud of you, buddy. You didn't fall asleep the whole time.
Yes. I was struggling to stay awake
before
we started. And I think I did a good job.
Good job, buddy.
Oh, do you like my earrings before we go?
Stitch earrings. I know. It took me a while to figure out what they were because it was backwards. And I was like, you hate cats, so it's obviously not a cat. Like, I thought it was like a cat kind of holding up its arms or something like that. Like uppies. Something like that. But no, I see now that it matches your shirt. Good job, buddy. Good coordination.
She got me a bunch of new ones. She got me these Stitch ones. I got sushi ones.
Yeah.
A Bubble and Bubble one from SpongeBob.
Nice.
Movie reels, like the cells. Pretzels. Psyduck.
Nice.
Which I wore those yesterday because I had a headache.
Nice. That's solid.
And then she also got me this little stand case thing that I can hang up all my earrings on.
That's great. What a great fiance.
Yeah.
Hey, are you excited for your bachelor party that's coming up in like 9 days?
Yeah. No.
All right. Yeah, I'm not excited either. I hope you die.
No, because no one will tell me anything about it, and so there's no reason for me to be excited.
You don't want to be surprised.
Don't know what we're doing.
Do you? Okay, if you don't want to be surprised, I'll tell you right now on air what we're doing.
Okay. No, I don't actually want to know what we're doing, but like,
why are you
shouldn't tell me what we're doing?
You're buttered about it for no reason.
Yeah, that's how I am about surprises.
Strippers.
Yes, we got strippers.
No, we are not doing strippers.
Autumn, we got strippers. I did it. You can yell at me, but you can't yell at Connor. I paid for 8 lap dances. Just saying.
Matt, I want you to improv you calling a strip club and asking for 8 lap dances right now.
Okay, you're right. Okay. Hold on. Let me find a number for a strip club.
You don't actually have to call someone. Don't you dare call me right now.
It's ringing. It's ringing. Just hi, hello. So could I this so is there any way that I could oh, they hung up. Let me try again. Okay, sorry. It's ringing again. Hello, I'm looking to order 8 of your finest specimens. Could I get 8 of your they hung up again. I don't think I'm doing this right. Hold on.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Garlic Boys. If you want more from us, you can head on over to our social medias, such as TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and Facebook. You can also head on over to patreon.com/@thegarlicboys to financially support us for as low as $3 a month. That's how easy it is to make us keep being idiots. You can then also go over to our what is it? What is it called? Redbubble.
Redbubble? Yeah.
Our Redbubble store, and start purchasing some of the designs that Matt and I have made based off of quotes from the shows. And then finally head on over to youtube.com/@thegarlicboys, where you can watch video versions of this podcast as well as the Clever Boy Quiz, the show. We've recently added some new videos up there that we thought were up there, but weren't. And so we're excited for you to be able to watch them. Matt, do you have a supplementary mom report for this week?
Yeah, I want candy. No. I want candy.
I mean, that there's a good chance that there is a stripper named Candy that is also a mom.
Sorry, I'm on the phone. I'm trying to order.
Oh, okay. I'll go with Delicate then. You know what? No, I'm going to go with Abby Bartlett because I've been watching The West Wing and she holds it down for that family. And plus, it's Stockard Channing and she's fantastic as her own. So I'm just going to go with her for my mom this week. Matt, do you have a final thought for us?
Yeah, so 8 strippers. I need them all on May 31st. And I need them all to be strippers.
Thank you so much for listening. And remember, as always, to...
Oh, sorry.
Stay
garlicky. Yeah, no, I need them all to be strippers. Every single one of them. Yes, no, they need to have all of their limbs.
One thing about my strippers is I want them to be strippers.
Okay, bye.